rounding whole numbers.
Welcome to Mark's Math Methods.
In order to correctly round whole numbers, you need to understand the place value system. Let's look at this number, 8,097,531.31459,625. When dealing with whole numbers, there won't be any numbers to the right of the decimal, so I'm going to block them out for now. Have the decimal point, ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, 10,000s place, 100,000 place, millions place. This is the place value system. So let's round 637 to the nearest 10. First, we have to start by finding the tens position, which is where the 3 is. Second, we look at the number one space to the right, which is the 7. This 7 is a 5 or higher, so we're going to add 1 to the 3 and replace the 7 with a 0. So it becomes 640. The question was actually asking which tens is closer to 637. Is it 630 or 640? Of course, 984, round to the nearest 10. Again, the first thing we have to do is find the tens position, which is where the 8 is. We look one number to the right, which is a 4. Since this 4 is not a 5 or higher, we don't change the 8, but we still do replace the 4 with a 0. The answer, 980. The question, again, was actually asking which tens is closer to 984. Is it 980 or 990? And of course, in this, again, it was 980. Let's round 18,731 to the nearest 1,000. So again, we have to find out where the 1,000 position is. This is where the 8 is. We look one space to the right, which is the 7. Since the 7 is a 5 or higher, we're going to add 1 to the 8, and then replace the 731 with 3 zeros. So everything to the right of that place is going to be replaced with zeros. So that becomes 19,000. Again, the question was actually asking which thousands is closer to 18,731. Is it 19,000 or is it 18,000? Here we go. Let's round 25,396 to the nearest 10. Again, we find out the tens position, which is where the 9 is. We look one number to the right, which is the 6. Since 6 is a 5 or higher, we add 1 to the 9. Wait. This is going to make the 9 into a 10. Alright, let's try this one again. 25,396 to the nearest 10. We find the tens position, which is where the 9 is. We look one number to the right, which is the 6. Replace the 6 with a 0. Since the 6 is 5 or higher, we're going to add 1 to the 9, which is going to make it 10. So we change it to a 0 and carry the 1. So we basically got a 10 there. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. So it becomes 25,400. Let's do one more. 295,481 to the nearest 10,000. 10,000 is in the 9 position. We look at the 5. We replace the 5481 with zeros. Since the 5 was a 5 or higher, we add 1, which makes it 10. Put a 0, carry the 1. And of course, that gives us 300,000.
I hope the presentation was helpful. Thumbs up, subscribe. comment. And if you have any problem types you'd like me to demonstrate, there's my address.